Come with us where the corn is popped and the throwback Thursdays never stop. It's a magical land not far away. All you have to do is just press play.
So,
hop on the couch and close your eyes. Gonna party like it's 99. Join us, watch the movies of our lives with Blockbuster Wives.
welcome to Blockbuster Wives, where your two favorite 90s babies talk about movies from the era of a certain blue and yellow video rental store. I'm your host with the most, late fees, Shea baby. Bow, bow, bow.
And this is Stacy, not always kind, but always rewinds. Welcome to Blockbuster Wives.
Woo! I am so excited.
We're truly so excited to be here.
I cannot believe we're back yet again.
Yes, this is not Shay and I's first podcast foray.
This is not our first rodeo, folks.
We were the hosts of Banana Hands.
The infamous Banana Hands.
You've probably heard of it.
You easily have heard. Big fans. Huge fan base. 1,000, what was it? 1,000 listens or something?
I think we got several thousands downloads.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I was thinking we were way smaller, but like still super cool.
No, we had a good run, but then we both got government jobs that, didn't want us to be free
Wah, wah.
and let our freak flags fly. But now we're back.
We're back and way classier than ever, baby.
And this podcast has a theme, which some people took issue with the fact that Banana Hands didn't have a quote-unquote theme.
But I think the theme in general was friendship.
And being fucking sick.
Being fucking hilarious.
This is a podcast that curses, so buckle up.
And hopefully you and your Mormon children will be okay with this.
Let's pray.
Let us pray.
But yeah, we're excited to be back on the podcast circuit and the podcast scene with our fucking podcast bros, There's not enough of them, so we're here to add one more to your life.
There's not enough. But there's none like this, I don't think. Well, there's probably a lot. But
well, there's a lot of film podcasts, but very few hosted by two ladies. I will shout out one of my favorites. That is I Saw What You Did, which is an amazing lady-hosted podcast about movies. Ooh. So do recommend that one.
About
Following
any
in their
specific
footsteps.
movies? Like
They do
genre?
double features, so they each pick a movie that has like a shared theme. Then they watch and they talk about it, and it's great. They have like credentials because they write about art or whatever. Do Shay and I write about art? No. Are we famous? No.
But we have charisma.
And have we taken an 8-week film podcast from our gifted friend Chris Cranock? Yes. And I think that's all the credentials we need to talk about film, okay? I did co-direct a short film for the 48-Hour Film Festival.
Yes, you did. And I directed 2 music videos, and we wrote a short film together.
Yeah, so we're like wildly qualified to be doing this.
We're like Criterion.
And you're welcome, my
collection.
cat roomie.
Good God.
You may hear my dog bark occasionally.
It's
just
cool.
part of the atmosphere.
She's very excited also, as you all should be, just like we are.
Exactly. Instead of air horns, like bam, 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 you'll just get a little.
Honestly, that makes me feel a little bit more at home. Yeah. That's all we want out of listening to podcasts. To be honest, I'm not a huge podcast listener, but I love making them.
You can't do it all.
And, you know what I mean? It's just, it's one of those things. But we're very excited to talk to you guys about all the movies that we grew up watching in the 90s and early 2000s.
Yeah, Shay and I bonded over our mutual love of movies that other people considered bad.
Or quote-unquote trash.
And we never felt that way. So when we first hung out, we watched Kung Pao Enter the Fist, which will for sure be an episode
Period.
on this podcast.
We're doing that.
Our inaugural podcast is going to feature the one, the only, Shrek.
Oh, yeah. We could
come
not
on.
start a podcast without talking about Shrek.
It is like the quintessential 2000s decade movie, right?
Oh, yeah. I would say it's probably the most widely known early 2000s animation feature from DreamWorks Productions.
I mean, I probably saw this movie when it came out like hundreds of times.
Oh, me too. It was so different than any other children's movie I had ever watched, especially animated.
Right, and my parents were like, I like that movie. And I was like, what? Because they, like others, usually said the movies that I liked were bad.
Me too. Yeah. But man, this one is just, I think it just covers all grounds. Everyone loves it. I have never once heard anyone say that they don't like it.
Or that they
don't
haven't
love
seen it.
Yeah.
Like, have you ever met anyone who hasn't seen Shrek?
No.
If you're out there and you're listening and you've never seen it, please email us at blockbusterwives@gmail.com. We want to hear from you. We want to know which cabin you've been in for the past 30 years.
Who hurt you.
Why you're feral.
And also, like, how does it feel to be the only person that hasn't seen this classic film?
Yeah, we'd love to hear from you. And Shrek is also near and dear to our hearts because one of our favorite podcast episodes we ever recorded on Banana Hands was about Shrek.
Shrek is love.
Particularly the iconic and haunting YouTube video, Shrek is Love, Shrek is Life. Or is it just called Shrek is Love?
I think it's Shrek is love, but they say Shrek is love, Shrek is life. And I think that's, like, also very widely known. Kind of said in one sentence, no periods. No.
Why is this? Okay,
And
any
we're
hoozle, now that the air conditioning's taken care of, trial and error. This may shock you all to know, but we don't have a professional studio yet, and our audio engineer is next door drinking wine.
Emphasis on the word yet, because someday this will happen.
And we'll have, like, padded walls and shit.
Oh my god. Can you imagine? Maybe for multiple different reasons.
But anyways, if you also haven't seen Shrek is Love, viewer discretion is very advised. I don't even want to ruin it for you. Just take a gander.
I love that we're extensively talking about this fan video before we even talk about actual Shrek.
Yes, but now let's talk about actual Shrek.
Ooh, are you ready?
I'm ready. Should we start with corporate bullshit?
Let's start with corporate bullshit.
So every movie we do, we're going to do a corporate bullshit section where we tell you, like, the numbers, because that's what people care about.
Let's do it. This is actually exciting to me because I didn't look any of this stuff up because I knew this was going to be your thing.
For you ASMR people, this is the paper. It's crinkly. Okay. Corporate bullshit. So this movie, when do you think it came out?
2000 or 2001. I think 2001.
2001. Do you think it was pre or post 9/11?
I think it was recorded before, and I think it was released after? Maybe before.
It was released in May 18th, 2001.
Oh, wow.
So pre 9/11.
Wow,
An
it
innocent
is.
time.
Oh, my God.
Wouldn't it be funny if
Shrek
this, like,
at
came
that
out
time.
on 9/11?
We,
They might have had a very different outcome.
Disguise. That's another one we have to watch.
Yeah.
That's a whole other ball game. But anyway.
How long do you think it is?
I should know this. I believe it's like maybe 90 minutes. No, not even 90 minutes. Maybe 75.
It is 90 minutes on the
Oh.
dot, which I think is the perfect movie length time.
It is.
So it doesn't surprise me that it's, like, exactly 90 minutes.
Oh, that is because it's perfect.
The budget, you want to take a guess at that?
Okay. Well, I know that there's a couple. I know they had to record it multiple times. They recorded it 3 times. So I know, like, they recorded the audio 3 times. So I know it must be expense. I'll say, like, I don't know. I don't even know how much. 5 mil? I don't know. 10 mil?
$60 million.
Jesus
Which
Christ.
I think was, like, considered very expensive for an
60.
animated film. Yeah,
Wow.
$60 million.
I would love to compare it to other movies that were made for 60 million.
Yeah, and sorry if I'm coughing a lot on this podcast. I just had this thing called coronavirus. Have you
Probably
heard of
never
it?
heard of it.
Oh, really? Yeah, it's pretty rare. It's not spreading like wildfire at all.
Well, you're on the mend, which is what's most important.
Yes, hashtag I survived.
Hells yeah.
All right, box office. How much do you think this little gem made?
Ooh.
I think this is,
I
like,
know that
up
they did
to
good.
now.
I know that they did fucking hella good. Especially because, just for the first one, or for, like, all of the...
Just the first one.
I'll say, like... I'm bad at numbers. 200 million?
$487 million.
Jesus.
This, like, blew it
Deserving.
out of the water.
So deserving.
Yeah, so they really got their money back and then some.
Oh my God.
This is a fun fact that I like. Roger Ebert gave it 4 out of 4 stars. And he was stingy with that.
Wow.
He was like, this movie fucking slaps.
That is so sick.
And it won an Academy Award for Best Animated Feature in 2002. Academy Award winning.
Again, so deserving. Genuinely so deserving.
Like, we're not even kidding. It deserves everything.
Yeah, we all love
Okay, so that's corporate bullshit. Thank you for listening to Facts and
Thank
Figures.
you for all of those questions.
Numbers.
I wasn't expecting trivia.
Spreadsheets.
Hear it in the background. Okay.
Okay, so Shrek. I'd say like a 1-sentence synopsis or like a real 1,000-foot view is that a swamp ogre has to rescue a beautiful princess from a castle, but then finds himself falling in love.
Ooh. That was really, that's great.
Thank you.
That's like the most concise way to explain it. And also, I need to add that I truly believe, this is my theory on the movie. I know it's a love story between him and Fiona, but I also believe it's a love story with him and Donkey.
Yes, the friendship story.
Oh, yeah. It's a huge friendship story, which is one of the main reasons I love it so much. Kind of like most of my favorite movies are about friendship. But also, it's a story about self-love.
It really is. Like, one of the best lines is at the end. Like, Fiona's all down on herself because, spoiler alert, she's an ogre.
Oh, there's going to be lots of spoilers. Just,
yeah, so go watch it, you weirdo. Or email us. But yeah, at the end, Fiona's like down on herself and she goes, I'm supposed to be beautiful. And Shrek just goes, you are beautiful. And we needed that, beautiful. Especially in 2001.
Oh, yeah.
Height of like toxic diet culture.
Oh, God.
And Paris Hilton's and like weird tans and just truly a horrible time to be 10-year-olds like we were.
Oh,
so that message was super needed.
As a fat girl who related a lot to Shrek in many ways, it meant so much to me for the message to be like, no matter what the society standard of beauty is, you're still beautiful on the inside if you don't look anything like that and you have a good heart, which was so important to me.
And also, you can be like a funny hater and still have friends,
yeah.
which I liked.
Yeah, or you can be a little bit clingy like Donkey is, or you can be like a badass bitch who like does karate and eats like rats from a skewer and like still be considered hot as shit.
And knows how to cook a fucking amazing fried egg on a rock.
God, that scene always looks, all the food in Shrek looks insane.
Yes.
Insane. So the martini with the red eyeball.
It's like the fucking mud worms. Hell yeah.
Give me it. Like, I'm hungry actually right now talking about the giant slug.
The grilled swamp rat? Yeah, you like that?
Yeah, baby. You know what? We should get some of that after this.
Yes. Well, I live in downtown Las Vegas, so we might be able to find some kind of rodents real quick.
Real fucking quick. Yeah, I love Shrek so much. Do you know any fun facts about Shrek?
I know so many fun facts. I was just going to go through my notes and we could talk about it.
Let's do it. I don't know if I have a couple fun facts as well. Okay.
So, I'll just go through what I wrote because it's kind of funny. So, I love the classic storybook opening. Like, throwback to Snow White, right?
Oh, yeah.
I think there's a few Disney movies that start with, like, a straight-up picture book.
Yeah, I think it's Snow White, Sleeping Beauty, too. Like, a lot of them do. Mm-hmm.
So, it's, like, already invoking, like, this is a fairy tale spoof, which I love. Mm-hmm. Love hearing Mike Myers' Scottish accent.
Oh, God.
He loves a Scottish accent.
He does. Well, he's great at it.
He's so good.
His dad is from Liverpool, I believe.
I think his mom's Scottish, right?
I think both of his parents are from Liverpool, if I'm not mistaken. But because, I mean, they're all kind of like within the same area, he's like used to hearing the Scottish accent a lot.
So I do know a fun fact about that and why he wanted to use a Scottish accent, which I don't really believe because he uses it so often. I feel like he came up with this excuse after the fact.
Yeah.
But he said that he wanted it to sound working class because he thinks Shrek is working class.
Oh.
Again, I don't know if I really believe that because you do not need to give Mike Myers a reason to speak in a Scottish accent.
True.
He will find one.
True, but I think that might have been his first time in a movie.
No, So I Married an Axe Murderer.
Yeah, besides that. Yeah.
And when did Austin Powers?
The first one came out, I think, in like... It was in the early 90s, but it wasn't until... I think the second one came out in the early 2000s, if I'm not mistaken. Either way.
And I think in SNL he used it a lot, too. Right? Was he on SNL?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah. He was in my favorite era of SNL.
Yes.
But I mean, he probably did. I haven't watched, like, every single skit of Mike Myers, but, like, I don't remember any specifically. But either way, loves a good Scottish accent.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, that storybook with his Scottish accent, you know you're in for a good time. Mm-hmm. And then fucking transitioning to All Stars by Smash Mouth. What a way to start a film.
You know, they didn't even want that song to be in Shrek.
That's what I was going to talk about.
Yeah.
Is that one of your fun facts?
I'm like, bro, you guys would have been fucked if you didn't use
Do you know the whole story?
No.
Okay, so I think this is fascinating and also kind of sad for a certain DreamWorks artist whose name I'm going to look up. But so they initially made that opening scene and they put All Star over it because they wanted a song like All Star, but All Star had already been so popular and had been used in so many movies that they were like, we can't actually use this because it's like overplayed.
Right.
So then they got a DreamWorks artist named Matt Mahaffey. Don't know if I'm saying that right.
Mahaffey.
And they were like, you need to make a song that sounds like All Star, that's like in that vein, but like we want it to be an original song. And he's like, I fucking got it.
Oh no.
So he spends like weeks making this original song.
No.
And I think he worked with like an All Star or Smash Mouth producer or something. But so he makes this original song. Everyone loves it. They put it into the movie. They show it to the DreamWorks CEO, and he goes, "Why don't we just use All Star?"
Oh no! What a.
So they yanked out this guy's original song and put back in All Star.
Oh my god!
Which
After
is,
weeks.
Yeah, and it's like it is a weird choice because I was thinking about the lyrics as I was watching it, and I was like, this doesn't make sense at all.
Doesn't relate at all. It doesn't relate at all.
Not at all. And I never really like thought about it until I watched it recently, and that's what made me go through the rabbit hole. Like, why is this song in here?
I'm like thinking about the lyrics right now. Yeah.
I guess it could be like sarcastic.
I guess.
Like, oh, Shrek's an all-star. Like, not. He's a swamp dude.
That is absolutely.
The all that glitters is gold line, which, by the way, is from Tolkien. It's Lord of the Rings line.
You guys are going to hear.
Realize that.
Stacy is a Tolkien queen. She has a tattoo.
And I think Lord of the Rings is in our time era.
It is in the early
Blockbuster.
2000s. And you know what? I haven't watched them since they probably came out. I have not seen them since. So.
Oh, yeah. We're watching that shit.
Okay. Sounds like the plan.
So, yeah, fascinated to learn that about All-Star. I was like, okay. This now makes more sense because it doesn't make sense on its own.
No.
But that was all the CEO of DreamWorks.
That is so crazy.
The CGI, not bad at all.
Not at
for
all.
Being
it's really good.
20 years old at this point.
Really, really good.
Looks good. Can we talk about Shrek's outfit?
Oh, I was thinking about this today because I wanted to come in here. I wanted to roll up in here wearing what he was wearing.
Do you have a leather little
No,
crop
but you know
vest?
I like a little vest. I don't have any vests right now.
Shea had
travesty.
an iconic vest phase.
It's because I was very homosexual and wasn't aware of it. But oh my god, if
Yeah, the
I
late
could get all
2000s.
those vests back,
You can buy more vests.
I didn't even think about
We can bring that. You're like, more vests.
I only need the ones I originally had. No, but that gray plaid one, that would have been so sick to wear.
It was fancy.
Good times in 2009, baby.
So yeah, Shrek's got like a little crop leather vest.
Oh, and I like that little like white.
It's like a white tunic.
Yeah,
like a long
and it
tunic.
has, like, the little
it's
string.
belted.
It's sexy, honestly.
He's got leggings.
Yeah, and they're like plaid leggings. Mm-hmm. And then I didn't notice his shoes. What is he wearing? Like brown like boot thingies?
Yeah, they're like soft leather ankle boots, I'd say.
So hot.
I would wear that outfit.
You know what? There's a scene in that I was aroused. I'm not gonna lie. I was rewatching it today.
Intellectually and sexually.
It was the moment where he was saying, "And donkey, you're coming with me," and I was like, "Oh." I'm not even gonna
I'll be
lie.
Donkey.
It was hot.
Do you think Donkey and Shrek experimented at any point?
No, I think Shrek would have just been like way too annoyed with Donkey.
No, Donkey.
No, Donkey, no, don't do that to me. What kind of accent am I doing? I only have moments where I'm good at accents, and then they fly away and never return.
Speaking of trying to do accents, like thinking back to me being 10 years old and doing like extended Eddie Murphy impressions for probably months.
Hey.
I would have been canceled.
Didn't we all, though? Eddie Murphy, he's just so iconic. He's so iconic. Mm-hmm. He was perfect. He is so great in all animated roles. In all roles, but his voice is just so amazing.
What other animated roles are you thinking of?
He's in Mulan.
Oh, yeah. Which they did away with Mushu in the live action Mulan.
They did.
Why on earth would you do that?
They got rid of the songs too, didn't they? I didn't watch it. I
Some
didn't
of
watch
the
it because
best
it wasn't a
songs
musical.
in the Disneyverse.
Oh my god, if they do that with Hercules, brah, I will lose my fucking mind.
They can't do it again to us.
If they do that, I swear to God,
Our
I will
hearts
not
can't
watch.
take it. Disney, listen to us.
Disney, I know.
What did we do to you? It's been a rough 2 years.
It really has been.
Give us
over
Hercules
2 rough over 2.
Okay.
Please make it a musical, for the love of fucking God. Oh my God.
This is your warning.
Okay, and Danny DeVito has to play his role.
Yes. Oh,
He better fucking play. I will also lose my shit. You know, he doesn't even remember that he had a song in that movie.
Really?
Yeah, like in this interview, they were like, "Ooh, do you remember the song?" And he was like, "I recorded a song." Like he straight up did not even remember.
Danny DeVito is going to be another big character in this podcast. We're going to do Matilda.
We have to. You know, years ago, Stacy and I, we dressed up like Miss Honey and Miss Trunchbull. Things got steamy.
Mm-hmm. People were like very attracted to Shea as Trunchbull. I saw it. I felt it. It was amazing.
You know what? I'm not gonna lie. Like my toxic trait is thinking that everyone just wants to fuck me. But that evening, I was like,
true.
I don't know if anyone has ever been more attracted to me.
People were lining up to be spanked with her riding crop.
That's true. On this table.
On this very pool table upon which we're recording.
Yeah. We have videos and lots of pictures.
Yeah, I just remember being like slightly tipsy. Our place was packed, and then I like turn and I just see Shea with people lined up, just like. I was like, what is happening?
My wildest fantasy come to life, and I felt very powerful. Like I was.
She's a powerful bitch. Say what you want about Agatha Trunchbull.
Yeah,
a bitch gets shit done.
She really not only does she get shit done, but like. Hot.
It's bad shit like child abuse, but she commits.
That part isn't hot, but she by herself, like even her in the sweatsuit with the belt.
Oh yeah, we're supposed to be like repulsed by her. I disagree.
Me too. Like Hollywood. Her aesthetically is basically me, to be honest. Like I think my costume just made so much sense. I think it aligned with people's. I don't know.
With your soul.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't think anyone has ever been more attracted to me. I'll say that. So I agree with you.
Yeah. Okay, and it was at this point in the movie when I was admiring Shrek's fit that I got on the Wikipedia page for like, I don't know what reason, and then I went down a rabbit hole. And did you know that Shrek is based on a book?
I did, only because I was, you know. Okay. But yeah, I did know.
And I'm sure you saw this then. The other people who were supposed to play Shrek?
This is a heavy piece of my soul. Oh. It's a heavy piece of my heart.
This person is one of Shea's biggest idols, loves, the one who got away, Chris Farley.
My first crush, R.I.P. Chris Farley, which I have a whole other thing to tell you about, like a love child that I found out about today of his.
Oh, Chris Farley?
Yeah. Okay, that's a whole other thing. I added him on Instagram.
We'll do a Chris Farley movie and we'll talk all about it. Want to do Tommy Boy?
Yeah, oh, or even Black Sheep. Black Sheep was so good. Okay. But yeah, Tommy Boy, absolutely. But yeah, so Chris Farley was supposed to play Shrek, and in fact, he recorded basically the entirety of the movie. And it was going to be a totally different plot. No accent, just him and his, I mean, he has like a Midwestern cute accent, but it was going to be a completely different plot, similar to the musical.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And it seems like the musical more closely tracked the book.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. Did you hear that they released some of the vocals of Chris Farley doing this movie?
I've heard it many times.
Yeah. Oh, I haven't heard it. I want to listen to it, but I'm glad that it exists on the internet because that was my first thing. I was like, dude, these exist somewhere. But they got released pretty recently. I want to say like in 2020. Like they were lost to the sands of time for a really long time.
Yeah, it might have been 2020 because I don't know. I know that I heard it a long time ago though. Well, to me, 2020 feels like a long time ago though. To be fair. So, but yeah. He's just so sweet. His voice was so sweet. Mm-hmm. I wish I could have met him. It really hurts my heart. But, you know, Mike Myers, I think, was made to play Shrek for sure.
Yeah, so they started making this. Well, okay, let me back up. I guess Spielberg knew this was going to be a great story, and he bought the rights to the book in 1991, but nobody did anything with it until 1995, and that's when they approached Bill Murray to do it.
Oh, yes, I do know that. Yeah.
And so then they went to Chris Farley. He was like, yeah. They were recording for a couple of years, and then he died, R.I.P., and then they got Mike Myers.
Insane. And wasn't the book only released in 1990? Uh-huh.
Yeah, so Steven Spielberg was like, this is fucking it. And he knew his shit.
He really, I mean, he clearly does. He's so amazing. But
the next thing I have in my notes is Immigration Story. Hello. Because when all the fairy tale creatures come to the swamp, it's like, oh my God, they're seeking refuge.
Yeah, I never thought
Shrek
about it like that.
Takes in displaced peoples And he's kind of a dick about it, but at the same time, he lets them stay until they have a safe place to go.
Like, once he finds out that they were pushed there, he's like, okay, you guys chill here. I'm going to go figure this shit out for us.
Yes, warmer response than the U.S. government.
He's more responsible, way bigger heart. I mean, we all know that.
Shrek is an immigrant hero.
I never thought about it like that. That's incredible.
It's deep in my feels when I rewatch this.
I love Shrek so fucking much.
And then I also said hello soundtrack because this movie goes from All-Star to like Reputation to Hallelujah by Leonard Cohen.
Oh yeah,
all in one film, and it makes sense.
Mm-hmm. I just downloaded the soundtrack today after I watched the movie again because I was like, this shit is fire. The song that they play when the credits are rolling is really good too, insanely good, and I had never heard of it before.
I don't think I even remember how it goes.
It's by Self, and I couldn't find it on Apple Music, but I did because I downloaded the album. But you know how sometimes some of the songs are like blanked out or whatever.
Yeah.
But I found it on YouTube, so it's so good.
And not only like the big ticket songs, but the score is fucking great.
Yeah.
Like the castle scene, I feel like is still really exciting and dramatic because the music is so on point.
Oh yeah.
The fucking what's his name? Robin Hood song, I love. Like
The
when Fiona's
Monsieur.
like, that's annoying. I'm like, I loved it.
No, it's so good. Every song in this bitch is so fucking good. And even like, you know, the part where you were talking about earlier where she's just like, I was supposed to be beautiful. And he's like, you are beautiful. Really, really. The music in behind is so, it makes me cry. I cried so hard watching it today. So sweet. Love this movie so much.
Even Fiona's like, and then she explodes the bird. That shit gets me every time. I just always laugh out loud.
It's so good. She's so dope. She's one of my favorite characters.
Yeah, and I appreciate how normal she looks because if this were a fucking Disney movie, her hair would be like gigantic, her eyes would be like 5 times the size.
Yeah,
like,
she'd be tiny with giant lips.
Exactly, and I was like, she looks like she could be a real person.
Yeah.
Which never happens in these movies.
Oh yeah, no, like her body proportions look totally natural, and yeah, no, I completely agree with you. Never thought about that either.
Yeah, it's a reasonable braid for when she's doing karate.
Oh yeah,
like it all makes sense. There are no plot holes. There are no inconsistencies.
The only one that I found
Ooh,
one.
What?
When I was rewatching again today, apparently, but well, okay, you know the part where Lord Farquaad is with little Gingy and he's like, run, run, run. It's
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Where does he pull the legs out from?
His ass.
My ass.
Is the answer his ass?
I guess like if he had pockets, but it just seems like he walks in and then he goes up and he's like, run, 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 and he's already holding them. If you haven't seen this,
he's a certified freak carrying around gingerbread legs in his pockets all the
7
time.
days a week. Wet ass
gingerbread. Oh god.
Bakery game week. But that's the only one I found.
The only one.
The only one that I found.
Okay, but speaking of Lord Farquaad, I have in my notes, don't love this body shaming of a short king.
You know what? Yeah.
I don't like that.
Throughout the entire fucking movie, which is
he's
fucked.
short.
Short kings are in right now.
Yeah, like
and
don't
they should
hate on
always
him.
be. But like, you know.
Yeah, he's like torturing gingerbread cookies. You don't like have to also make fun of him because he's short.
Yeah. Especially like the part where she's mad at him and he's like full sized on their cake and then she just like knocks it down. I'm like, damn bitch.
I know, like hating on the stature. I don't love that. But overall, movie does age really well. I feel like it doesn't overly rely on shitty jokes.
And it's a little bit more sexual than I remembered. I rewatched it again for the 1000th time today and I was like, like the part where he's like, play me my princess again, and he's like watching her on the mirror and the mirror's like looking at her like, what the fuck? And then he like looks into the sheets to see what his dick.
I remember that part.
He looks under his sheets to look at his dick for a split. I swear.
Oh my god!
I will show you a clip of it. I was like, oh, damn.
I do have a distinct memory of asking my mom what the compensating joke meant, and she was just like, "I'll tell you when you're older." And I was like, "Okay," but like, it bothered me that I didn't get it. But we were literally 10 years old, so.
I had the same moment about another Mike Myers movie, Wayne's World, with my entire family, where they were talking about he blows goats, I have proof, and I was like, what does that mean? And Baron was like, I'll tell you later. And my mom was like, don't worry, it's inappropriate, we'll tell you later. but they
And
never told me.
tell you
I
later.
figured it out, baby, on my own. Anyways.
Also, due to my horrible handwriting, I didn't catch this earlier, but I'm sorry. Another person who was supposed to play Shrek was Nick Cage.
Oh.
Can you imagine? It would be horrible.
It would be absolute chaos, not good.
Unhinged. I would shudder to think what he'd do with the role. I think it'd be like heinous.
It would not be good. Like, it had to be exactly this cast for it to be this fucking good. Their chemistry just like, oh my, Nick Cage, sweet mother. I cannot imagine at all. I love it.
The next thing I have is that the whole Duloc scene is like still hilarious.
Oh.
Like every single moment of that entire sequence. And when I was a kid, I thought the like wipe your face thing was like the pinnacle of comedy.
Oh.
And I was like, that is comedy, people.
Shall we
That's
sing it?
how you do it.
I think we should sing it.
I don't think I know all the words like you, but I will sing along.
Okay. Welcome to Duloc, such a perfect time. Here we have some rules, let us lay them down. Something, stay in line, and we'll get on fine. Duloc is the perfect place. Something, oh wait, don't stand on the grass. Something, wipe your shoes, wipe your face. Duloc is the perfect place.
Love that song.
Gorge. You're
Fun
welcome,
fact, we're gonna have a Patreon.
Ooh, yeah.
If you all would be so kind as to support us and kick us some money, $1, $5, $5,000, whatever you feel is in your budget, we would use the money to attend Shrek Fest in Wisconsin this September.
Yeah.
So I don't want to
to
put
go for
pressure on
years.
you all, but we won't go unless we get dollar bills.
I'll dress up like Fiona. I have to. I feel like I just have her aesthetic. I have her body type. Like, I just think it would make sense. Stacy, maybe we could go as both Fionas.
Ooh, I was thinking maybe like it could be like sexy Lord Farquaad.
Or that would be hot too. Yeah.
Or just a townsperson. And then we could sing that song.
I mean, yeah. You would actually, as one of the Duloc, like, It's a Small World characters, that would kind of be cool, too.
Yeah, it's like a little lesser character, you know?
Oh, yeah.
I love those characters. But anyways, yeah, so if you send us to Shrek Fest, we'll be forever indebted, and we'll do a special podcast episode about it.
Oh, yeah.
So
and
no
also,
pressure. But
yeah, no pressure, but also...
our happiness is in your hands.
Yes. No, but also, we want to go to the last Blockbuster, too.
Yes, like if we could do that and record a podcast in the last Blockbuster.
Dude, I bet they'd let us. They seem really cool.
If we have a fan base. So again, it's up to you.
It's all in your hands.
Tell your friends.
Your banana hands.
Like, subscribe, rate. I think rating's important.
Yeah.
Tap that 5-star.
Just comment, you know? Just tell them how sexy our voices are. English. How cool we is.
Verb conjugation is hard.
Period.
I don't need to tell y'all that. Okay, when fast forwarding to Shrek gets to the castle, he's rescuing Fiona because Lord Farquaad told him to. And the dragon pops up, and there's this whole scene where Donkey and the dragon are facing off, and then Donkey's like, "Oh, you're a girl dragon," and I was like, when are they gonna stop pushing their heterosexual agenda on us?
Honestly, like just
because she's a girl dragon, she's gonna like the dude Donkey?
I know.
Way to assume.
And like she did, but still, it's like
way to assume.
I mean,
she's
they
wearing
are
lipstick.
They are perfect together.
Like, but really,
Let's be honest.
But I was like, I like how the girl dragon is wearing lipstick.
She's gorgeous.
Like, it's just the idea.
Like, fat titties. No, I'm just...
but
you're so right. You're so right. And they over sexualize. Well, this movie specifically, you know, sexualizes a little bit in general. But yeah, heteronormative bullshit. I'm telling you.
Exactly.
The new plague.
And also in the castle scene, I love that Fiona cannot tell that Shrek is an ogre until he takes his helmet off. He's this gigantic man. Like, does she just think he's like malformed? Like, what the fuck is she thinking? Because she's so shocked when he takes his helmet off. And she's like, "You're an ogre." I'm like, what were you thinking, baby girl?
You know what? But this is a common theme I feel in like 90s and 2000s movies, the she's all that.
Oh, true. Like,
trope.
she has glasses, she's hideous.
Yeah, she's hideous. But as soon as she gets a haircut, who is she? She's the new girl. Like,
That's so
fuck
true.
off.
Oh, that reminds me, Brent is my fiancé.
Enfiance.
We recently watched the Cinderella with Hilary Duff.
Oh, yeah.
What's it called? I don't think it's called.
It's called A Cinderella Story.
Cinderella Story.
That's one of my favorites as
and
well.
I was just dying laughing the whole time because Chad Michael Murray truly has no idea who she is after having full conversations with her. And then she puts on a tiny little mask and curls her hair. And he's like, who are you? You go to this school? I don't think I've ever met you. I'm like, what kind of an idiot do you have to be?
I know, especially when they're talking at the diner because they're only like a foot away from each other's faces.
Right. I'm like, this isn't ringing any bells.
Especially when he's like looking, like he's actively looking for her.
Exactly.
You'd think that he would be like, I don't know, laser beamed into every person he
Like,
talks
no,
to.
you look kind of familiar.
It's like, you're just the diner girl.
You're hideous. Trash.
Because
She's
you
like
wear a
fucking
baseball
gorgeous.
hat.
Exactly. Oh yeah, they try to ugg her up by putting her in a
And
baseball
it's
hat.
impossible to
But
make
she just
that
looks
woman.
super cute. And you're
It
like-
is impossible to
And
make
the popular
her
girl's
ugly.
like, ew. I'm like, she's not better than all y'all.
First of all,
okay?
I hate all those bitches and I hate her stepsisters so much.
Oh, they're so horrible.
But
Jennifer Coolidge.
Jennifer Coolidge
She's
is a bad
gem.
bitch.
So mean,
Always
but
and
so
forever.
funny.
But also, I will say the synchronized swimming, that's a bop, and we should try to do that sometime.
Okay, so there's the epic castle rescue. Again, the music is so good. Every time I'm like, are they gonna make it? And it's like, I've seen this movie how many times? And I'm always like, oh my god.
But that's the best part of movie magic, is you always feel like you did the first time you watched it with the really, really good ones. Anyway, the ones that we love.
Yeah, and same with the miscommunication scene when Shrek overhears the wrong part, and then the next morning he's like, you think la la, and she's like, oh my god, what? You think I'm gross? And I'm just like,
It's devastating. They really, I was thinking about that as I was watching it today too. I was like, they framed that so perfectly because they both thought the worst of each other.
Yeah, the message of self-inclusion, so good, so important. We needed it.
Yeah, they were just projecting on each other.
They were.
Yeah.
And I just hate movies when people aren't talking to each other because I'm like, if you just talk to each other.
That is the problem with every show. Like every episode of Seinfeld could be handled in 2 seconds if people just communicated properly. And it's funny because after that scene where like Donkey's like walking, he's like, I'm gonna need extensive therapy after this. I was like, yes, therapy. What a king.
I will say though, I was a little taken aback by Donkey's entitlement to Shrek's swamp. Did you feel that way?
Oh, when he was like, I deserve half of this?
When he's like, this is our swamp. I was like, okay.
No, I
Shrek has
felt for
cultivated
Donkey.
this swamp
I
for
felt for Donkey.
decades.
I felt for Donkey.
You hung
in
out
that
for a
moment.
week and you're like, this is our swamp? You didn't even ask.
No, but he did offer to help not only Shrek get to Duloc, which he wouldn't have been able to get to on his own, but Donkey did like, I would say more than half the work. To be fair,
He did seduce the dragon. He was
he
the
seduced the
honeypot.
dragon. Oh, they would have been iced without that. He wouldn't have even been able to get to Duloc without Donkey.
But I was just like a little bit like, our swamp? Like, Donkey, you just got here. Like, you need to have a conversation.
You're right. Everyone just
ask
needs to be
and
better
talk.
at communicating.
Exactly.
In general, but like specifically in this movie. But I also kind of think Donkey was just saying that to like be like, bruh, you just think you can push me around and be a dick and you think that I won't get anything out of this? Like, how dare you?
That's true. And Donkey just has such a big heart.
He
Like, he
does.
does not question Shrek at all. He's like scared for like 2 seconds. And he's like, oh, you're cool.
Yeah, like the part where Shrek literally tried to scare him the minute that they met, and Donkey was like, ooh, that was really scary. I was like, I am in love with you. You're so sweet.
No, he's like, parfaits might be the goddamn best thing on this planet. And I was like, I'm hard to disagree, but I love the
I
passion.
love parfaits too. I can't lie.
Well,
Good
I would
little
say they're
girl.
best thing on the planet.
No,
Not
obviously
when
that's...
soft pretzels with cheese exist, okay?
Yeah, and also so does shrimp cocktails and pepperoni Lunchables.
I had shrimp cocktail for breakfast 2 mornings ago. and I thought of you. I
Did
should
you think
text
of me?
Of course.
Oh,
It was like, this feels a little strange, but I'm leaning in.
I mean, you know I like a good shrimp cocktail for breakfast.
Yeah, one time Shay and I hit the road to go to California at like 4 a.m. And there was a horrific traffic jam, so we had to have a little change of plans and grab some brekkie. And Shay got a shrimp cocktail at like 4:30 in the morning.
Oh, and Stacy was just so amazed and like baffled. Maybe
It's a
disgusted.
lot of flavor and tartan in the morning.
Oh, I'm like, I was
I think we
rooting
had
to-
it with coffee, which is a wild combination.
We did have wait, maybe I might have had a Diet Coke because
okay.
that's also a good.
Diet Coke does make a little more sense.
a rounded
I'm like,
breakfast.
coffee, shrimp, and cocktails.
You know what though? I absolutely would have had a coffee after that for sure. I have one
You have
on
to.
every road trip.
You have to. I
Yeah.
have one every day.
Yeah, me too. Do you think Shrek would like shrimp cocktail?
Yes.
With extra horseradish like me.
With like the legs attached.
Yeah, he would. He would just crunch on them.
Yeah, he'd like, give me the shells, baby.
Yeah.
Fiber.
Oh, he would like a good shrimp cocktail. I really believe so in my heart. At least that's what I want to believe.
Yeah, big fan. But anyway, so they have their like miscommunication, and then Shrek realizes the miscommunication thanks to Donkey after Donkey moves into a swab, and they go to rescue Fiona from Asshole. And I love that Farquaad has like a classic "I'm a Law and Order asshole" line. Like I think he's like, "I will have order,"
Oh yeah,
and then
he's
like,
about to say something else, and then
they snatch his ass up.
Yeah, he gets 8.
Yeah, but
very
I'm like,
quickly.
oh, all right, a little anti-authority message. Fuck Lord Farquaad, absolutely.
Hell yeah, maybe that's where I learned it. I've always been so anti-authority, like my entire fucking life.
Well, that's what they're saying. They're saying that Disney is making us all liberal idiots, but this isn't even Disney, so
No, they do have a huge amount of beef though. The creator or like the director or something of Shrek has a huge piece of beef with Disney.
Really?
Because of Ants and A Bug's Life.
Oh, tell me more.
That's all I actually don't know much about this, but I do know that like Ants and A Bug's Life were made right around the same time. One is, DreamWorks, and then the other is Disney, and I know that they had like big beef. So the person who like helped write Shrek, I want to say, he was like going in. And they had to have a screening with a Disney lawyer before they released it to make sure that technically like everything was okay.
It is funny how in Hollywood it's like clear that, and I don't know if it's like mind melt or if people just talk about their ideas where they shouldn't, but it's funny when you see these phases of Hollywood where it's like all of a sudden everyone's making bug movies and you're like, why? Or like all of a sudden it's fucking space movies.
Yeah.
Or it's fucking Mars. Or it's like something, and it's like there's these crazes, and it's like, why were there 2 animated bug movies? And Ants was like for adults, right? Straight up. Like, wasn't it Woody Allen?
Woody Allen was the star.
Directed it or something?
I think it was
in it.
Yeah, Woody Allen was the star, and
It was
so
like violent
was,
and weird.
It was. Okay, to be real, I fucking love that movie. I hella grew up on Ants with a Z because it's cooler.
Does it have a Z in it?
Yeah, it's A-N-T-Z. It's really actually
so 2000s. They're like Anza.
It is so good. That might be another, like, I know like Woody Allen blah, but like that movie is so fucking good. I can't lie. It is so you would actually, I think that you would
Weren't
like
the plots kind of similar in that it was like the ants had to stand up to like a bigger bug or something?
Yep.
Was it grasshoppers in both? Was it that similar? What the
Yeah.
What?
I know.
I kind of get the beef. It's like one of us took this idea from the other.
and I actually don't know the specifics, so I can't tell y'all. So sorry. Wow. I should have done more research on my Ants and A Bug's Life lore.
Maybe we'll do Bug's Life for one of these.
Oh, that'd be good. Maybe we could do an Ants versus Bug's Life. Like you could watch Bug's Life, I could watch, or maybe opposite. Because I grew up watching Ants.
I'm much more familiar with Bug's Life.
Okay, then we should swap and then trade stories.
Oh, good idea.
God, we're
Ants versus Bug's Life. Who will win?
Who will win? Face off. So good.
And then my last note is just about I was supposed to be beautiful and you are beautiful. So beautiful.
That's where the good music comes in. Well, the music is good.
The tear-jerking music.
And he's like, really, really? I'm like, I love you. You're so sweet.
A little Scottish baby.
I know.
He's the best.
I love him. I love them all. Except for Lord Farquaad.
Yeah, he can suck it.
No, he can suck it for sure. Okay, are you ready for some trivia?
I'm so ready for some trivia.
Stacy is so good at trivia, you guys. I really know that she's gonna.
Oh God.
She's gonna kill it.
Too much pressure.
You're right. But you got this. Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Question number 1. What figure is on the door of Shrek's bathroom?
Isn't it the DreamWorks logo? It's like a little moon with a guy in it.
It is a little moon. I don't think there's a guy, but there is a moon. So good job.
I thought it was like an homage to DreamWorks. I was like, clever.
It might be, but I also think, if I'm not mistaken, that all those like old school outhouses had moons on them too. So I think it just was like a double.
I love that. It's like a little pagan, like witchy vibe.
Yeah, you know I like that. Where does the Muffin Man live?
He lives on Drury Lane?
Yes. What does Cinderella like anytime?
Oh, I think we all know.
Yep.
Peanut butter dick. No.
This one's hard. This one's a harder one.
I don't remember this little ditty. I know it comes from like the like mystery dating sequence, which is really funny.
Mm-hmm.
Cinderella.
Okay, I'll give you a hint.
Dancing?
No,
Okay.
but it's two things that I love more than life. So when I heard this again today, I was like, me and Cinderella.
You love so many things.
That's true. That's a bad...
Swinging on swings?
No, but that's a great...
Okay.
I do love swinging on swings. Okay, do you want me to tell you?
Tell me one and then I'll see if I remember the other one.
Hot tubs.
Hot tubs. Oh, okay. She loves hot tubs and...
What
so
do
it's
I
not
love
related
eating?
to
What do I
being-
love to eat? A lot.
Chips?
A little more like, what do I do with Robbie, like, every week?
Sushi.
Yes.
Ah, sushi. What a fun bitch. Let's hang out with Cinderella.
Hot tubs, and I was like,
fuck
bitch,
yeah.
that is me as
I
hell.
would eat sushi in a hot tub if I could. A little cold sushi on the lips, hot water on the hips.
Wow, I know what we're doing for our
Yeah.
birthday celebration. We should literally do that.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways,
Loves
that's incredible. What does Fiona call Donkey after rescuing her?
My noble steed.
Yeah. So sweet.
Mm-hmm. She thinks I'm a steed.
Um,
He has little, like, puffy cheeks.
I know, he has the cutest little cheeks
must
and
please him.
smile.
So fucking cute.
I know, I'm obsessed. What does Donkey suggest Shrek should have?
Oh, what part?
At the beginning. After he, like, tries to scare him.
Oh, some breath mints, because your breath stank.
Yeah,
Yes.
specifically Tic Tacs.
Oh, Tic Tac.
Which, fun fact, I stole that line
Oh,
in a fight with a herd of bullies in middle school, and Stacy was there for that. I hella stole that line. Everyone was dying laughing. I killed it. I got away scotch-free.
That's right. She turned it on them fucking bullies.
So
Which
thank
we
you,
love to
Donkey.
see.
Thank you, Donkey, for your absolute intelligence.
Real quick, another fun fact about Donkey that I learned on the Wikipedia page is he's modeled after an actual miniature donkey in like some zoo.
Oh my god.
So there's like an actual cute ass donkey out there.
Oh my god, cute.
Little baby.
What kind of animal is Donkey?
Is he just a miniature donkey?
Yeah.
Okay. I was like,
That
wait,
was my
didn't I
next
just
question,
say
so
that?
that was
Whoa, I read your fucking
You
mind.
did. Which song is playing during Shrek's epic fight scene?
Is it called Reputation?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and like, is it
By
Bad
Joan
Reputation?
Jett.
Bad Reputation?
It's the perfect
Song's fucking
song.
great.
They could not have done better.
Mhm. I sing that to myself sometimes when I'm about to do something real reckless.
Oh, me too. That's on my morning playlist.
Oh, I love that. You're like, I wake up ready to be reckless.
Oh, I'm ready. I'm ready to fuck with these bitches. What type of flower does Fiona tell Donkey to find?
It's like a blue flower with white thorns.
So close.
Red flower with white thorns.
No, you were right.
Red flower
about the
with
first
blue
part.
thorns. Blue flower with red thorns.
Yes.
I don't know if that
I
counts.
knew you'd get it. Blue flower, red thorns.
Yeah,
Blue
because
flower,
he's just
red
repeat. Okay, yes. And he goes, oh, this would be so much easier if I wasn't colorblind.
Yeah, he's so cute. He's the best. Okay, how many shillings does the captain of the guards offer the village woman for Donkey?
Ooh, that is a good one. That's
Yeah.
a deep cut. I truly have no idea. 5?
Very close. It's 10.
Okay.
So you were in the range. You were in the
What
range.
is a shilling?
I know.
Are
like,
shillings still in circulation?
not in my world, but
Not in the United States of goddamn America.
maybe.
Yeah, if you go to
A Trek
England,
Fest.
a Trek Fest. Oh my god! I
Trek
hope it's like
Fest?
Burning Man, where it's like we don't take money, we only barter with shillings.
We only take donkeys and
Donkeys, blue flowers with
rats.
red thorns, etc.
giant snails that he
Oh,
eats.
yeah, mhm.
Oh my god. I
Frogs
need
that
to
blow
try
up as balloons. Actually, that's kind of fucked up.
Yeah, that is very fucked
Kind
up.
of gross.
But it's like a funny.
That's
scene.
cute.
It is kind of like hot,
Romantic.
right?
Arousing. You're coming with
Just
me.
floating in
She's
the
like,
air. And also, how did the frog float in the air just because of
oh
Donkey
my
has?
god, Shrek has helium lungs.
He might.
Yeah, I think we just
I mean,
discovered a fact about ogres. They breathe out helium, which is
We're just out here being
sick.
biologists.
Mhm.
Who lies in Shrek's bed? Who does he discover in there?
Isn't it the wolf?
Yes. And actually, the next question: what animal does Shrek take to make a balloon for Fiona?
The froggy frog.
What figure is on the door? Oh wait, I just gave you that question. I had another one. Hold on, let me find it. I wrote it somewhere else. Oh, what was the last line in the movie? Who was the last person to speak in the movie? And then bonus round, what does he say? And I'm giving you a hint because I said he.
Oh my god! And it's not the song, like
Nope.
before the song.
It's right before. Yeah, it's like the last actual line.
Oh my god! I'm guessing it's donkey, but I have no idea what he says.
It's not Donkey.
Is it Shrek saying they lived happily ever after?
It's someone like you wouldn't expect to be the last part because he's not a main character.
Is it the fucking pig?
No, I wish. I love that fucking pig.
Yeah,
What is it,
puff
Swedish
and he puff
accent?
and he
Or
rolled the
German
house
accent?
down. Yes, I think that is sweet German.
So cute.
Mm-hmm.
It's. I'll tell you this, and maybe you'll know.
Okay.
It's Gingy,
Okay.
and he has crutches.
Does he say God bless us, everyone?
Yes.
Okay, I know he says that at some point. That is wild
bless
that
us,
is the last
It
line.
is the last line of the movie.
Wow.
And then, do you remember what song Donkey absolutely fucking shreds at the end?
Yes. I'm a believer, yeah.
He
yeah,
does
yeah,
so
yeah,
good.
Yeah.
Yay,
Mhm.
yay. Yeah. Well, you like got
I got
like
80%.
yeah, you got like almost 100. I'm gonna give you 100 for that.
I have seen this movie so many times.
So have I. But you really you weren't sure if you were gonna do well.
That's true.
You killed it.
Thank you.
Good job.
The shillings one. Whew, tough.
I love all their little newlywed game thingy. That whole thing is so cute. Okay, are we gonna see what our personality test is?
Yes, we're going to do a Shrek personality test.
Okay, let
Which I
me.
kind of forgot we were doing this, and I'm so stoked.
Oh yeah, me too. Okay. I don't even know what to do. Okay, let's do BuzzFeed. They always come out with the good ones.
Fire shit.
Okay, here we go. I'll give it to you first.
Real trap shit.
Bam, bam, bam. Okay. Choose a food you would eat on a weekend. Cake, stew, fish, steak, roast chicken, or fruit.
Oh my god, that was a lot of questions, or a lot of options. Can I hear that one more time?
Oh, yeah. Choose a food you would eat on a weekend specifically for some
Okay,
reason.
weekend food. I mean, I don't discriminate based on days of the week,
They
but...
probably are like, they're part of the diet, you know, like Monday through Friday I eat clean and then weekends I eat whatever I want.
Fuck the
For
premise of this
complete
question,
fucking
but I will
question.
still
Diet
answer it.
culture. Okay, cake, stew, fish, steak, roast chicken, or fruit.
Honestly, fruit, because I'm not... I'll be real honest. I'm not eating fruit on the weekday.
Really?
No. Like, I'm busy. I'm having Pop-Tarts. I mean, like trash. But on the weekend, I'll be like, let me have some fruit.
You're like the opposite of our society, which I love so much. What kind of movie would you watch? Question mark? They don't
Just
have
in general.
Okay. Comedy,
None.
classic. No, I wouldn't. No. Comedy, classic, musical, action, romance, or adventure.
I gotta go with comedy. I fucking love comedy
Me
movies.
too, dude. Me
Probably
too.
why we like Shrek so much.
That's why we got along with all the movies that we love or make so much sense. Choose an animal in general. A swan, a frog, a cat, a pig, lion, or hamster.
Oh my god, I have to go with hamster.
They're
I had a pet
really
hamster
fucking
and I was
cute.
so into her. Her name was Misty.
Misty?
Misty, the long-haired hamster. So...
You had a hamster?
Yeah.
You never told
Before
me
your
that.
time. I think she died when I was like 9.
Oh my god. Something I don't know about my own wife.
Misty the hamster.
Ugh, gotta keep the magic alive, y'all.
Always learning new things.
What is your favorite drink? I love that they literally have a Diet Coke here. If you guys don't know,
Wow.
I'm like the Diet Coke queen.
Well, you're gonna take this quiz too, right?
Mhm.
Okay, so yeah.
So tea, soda, coffee, hot chocolate, water, or wine.
Hot chocolate.
Really?
Oh, I fucking love hot chocolate. If there's ever an opportunity for me to get hot chocolate somewhere, I'm like fucking done.
I know you love hot chocolate, but I thought you would have chosen tea for some reason.
Nah.
Oh, see, all
A
the,
little
we
hot
need to
chocolate
do
with a
these
little
more
whip.
often. Oh, yeah, with some marshmallows. You like some extra little tiny marshmallows on that bitch.
It's just like it's. I associate it with like such a treat.
It is such. It's very. What's the word I'm looking for? It's like so rich, so rich and so decadent. Speaking of decadent, choose a dessert: chocolate chip cookie, ice cream, brownie, pie, macarons, or wedding cake specifically.
Out of all of those, I would most get sprung for a brownie.
You know what? I would have chosen that for you. I would have. Choose a location.
For my swamp.
A graveyard,
Oh,
a
hot.
castle, forest, beach,
Okay.
island, or a palace.
I'm gonna go with island.
Hell yeah. On some Animal Crossing shit.
That's right.
Choose a flower. Blue flower, red thorns. Rose, bat flower.
What's a bat flower?
I will show you.
Okay.
Actually, you just choose. Iris, sunflower, lilac, or lavender.
Ooh, I really like lavender.
I knew you were going to pick that. Ooh, I feel like I would do good. Guess who you are with the
Who?
confetti.
I'm Shrek!
You're
Okay, can we
Shrek.
read the description?
Absolutely.
How did I get Shrek with my answers?
I don't know.
Huh, interesting.
Hot chocolate.
Dead giveaway.
Lavender. You are one of the best people in the world. So true.
Wow.
And you improve the world to make it a better place. You are one of the most brave, most beautiful people in the world as well. You will find your true love in no time.
So because I like Islands, hot chocolate, and lilacs, I'm the bravest person.
You know why? I bet it's because you chose Island.
Maybe.
Because that would be very Shrek. Shrek
and fruit on the weekend, baby.
Ooh.
Okay.
That makes so much sense. She is the most beautiful and smartest person and bravest person in the world.
I mean, BuzzFeed doesn't lie. Okay. Choose a food you would eat on the weekend. Okay. We got cake, stew, fish, steak, roast chicken, or fruit.
Steak.
Steak. Bam. What kind of movie would you watch? Comedy, classic, musical, action, romance, or adventure?
Definitely comedy.
Yeah.
As well.
Maybe that's why we got Shrek.
Yeah, number 1.
Choose an animal. Swan, frog, cat, pig, lion, hamster.
Pig. Hardcore. I love pigs. If there was a whale, I would have chosen that. That's my favorite, but...
I want to be a whale.
I'd be a whale.
Hashtag Beyonce.
Love you.
So what is your favorite drink? Can I just go ahead and pick soda with Diet Coke? Okay.
Diet Coke, baby.
Okay.
Extra ice.
Choose a dessert. Chocolate chip cookie, ice cream, brownie, pie, macaron, or wedding cake.
Okay, I'm between ice cream and pie. I love them both together. But if I had to say one I ate more, I would ice cream for sure.
Okay, I see. I would have chose pie for you because you make that fire-ass pie crust.
Oh, thank you.
Choose a location: graveyard, castle, forest, beach, island, or palace.
I love a good forest, but I'm going to go with beach.
Okay.
Because I need to be in the ocean, baby.
And choose a flower: rose, bat flower, iris, sunflower, lilac, or lavender.
I'll go with rose.
Okay. Your donkey!
Yes!
Stop it! We're Shrek and Donkey! Okay,
yes.
Donkey. You're such a funny person. True. You will find your true love with time. True. You have a hard time making friends. Okay, that part's not true. But not everyone is perfect. Stay positive. You never know how life will turn out.
That's cute.
Oh, I can't believe we're Shrek and Donkey.
I knew I was Donkey and I knew you were Shrek.
God bless.
God bless us all.
I'm very surprised that my answer led to Shrek.
Oh my god, and the picture that you chose is just the bottom
smile.
half of his face. It's
Just
so
a smile.
cute. Oh my god, I love it.
So glad we did that.
Wow, you really are Shrek in that way.
Forever,
most beautiful and most brave.
Meant to be lifey wifeys. Another thing about why we're calling this podcast Blockbuster Wives.
Yeah.
Because we both spent a lot of time at Blockbuster as kids. But what's really funny is we realized later in life that we lived in the same general neighborhood and we went to the same Blockbuster.
We went to the same Blockbuster and didn't know each other.
Guarantee we were in that Blockbuster at the same time. Multiple times.
Especially because we love the same movies.
Exactly.
We would have been at the same shelf at the same time, and I was probably looking at her like, she is so cool.
And I bet I was like, why is this movie missing? And it's probably because you had it.
Oh my god, you
were
so
versa.
right. That is exact. And that happened to me all the time.
Probably like every Jim Carrey movie.
Oh, yes. Yes. Truly. Like, I have 3 brothers, so they would always kind of be on the same team of life. And I would always have to, like, pick up the scraps and get whatever they would get if my movie wasn't there. But, what was your favorite candy at Blockbuster?
I love Sour Patch Kids.
Yeah.
I would try to get Sour Patch Kids, Bunch of Crunch.
I was going to say Bunch of Crunch for me.
And then I try to get like a soda pop.
You know what? We went to Blockbuster many times when we first met. Like in middle school together. Many times.
It was just such a fun occasion.
It was a real
Super
treat.
Exciting.
It was exciting. It was like you would have to take a whole trip. My family would have to walk there. So that was like commitment. We were like, we are watching this movie. I don't even know how many times I rented Little Rascals.
Aww.
Like, so that was my favorite movie growing up. That was like appropriate for my age because Tommy Boy was my favorite movie ever. But what about you? What movie do you think you rented the most from Blockbuster?
Ooh, that's a great question. It would have definitely probably been like a Jim Carrey movie.
Yeah.
But I also got very good at illegally recording movies on our VHS because we had one where you literally just you put in a blank tape and hit record and it would just record that shit. So like I was like, so I didn't like get the same movies over and over again because I would just like pirate them myself.
That's
so I liked the variety and I would try to find like a new one.
Yeah.
But I would always go to the comedy section.
Oh, me too. I was always there.
I would also try to explore the horror section because my sisters really liked horror movies.
Oh yeah, they did. Huh?
And I feel like I blocked them all from my memory though because they were so scary and I was way too young.
The one? Dun, dun, dun. Definitely not. You wouldn't have watched that.
No, that's the one movie, The Exorcist, where my dad was like, you cannot watch this, which was
I love
wild.
your dad.
Because we were allowed to watch anything.
I love your dad for that.
Yeah.
He knew.
I think he was like, this is too much for any young mind.
And I wish that in that moment he had warned me about it, because
it's probably like the only scary movie that he had heard of, though, because it was so famous, and like the curse and everyone dying and everything.
Yeah, IRL.
That I think all the other horror movies we watched, like Blair Witch Project, Scream, all that shit, like he probably didn't even know what they were.
Yeah, he's just like,
but he's
whatever.
like, I know what The Exorcist is, and you're not watching that.
And you probably heard about, like, there's some really, really raunchy scenes in that movie.
Yeah.
Like, really bad.
That's what I mean. It was probably one of the few horror movies that he had even seen, and so he knew, like,
Yeah, well, good. I'm glad that you did.
I'm glad too.
You never watched it, right? You haven't watched it.
I've never seen it.
Good for... Oh, my God. I'm holding your hand right now because good for you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it seems fucked up.
It's like the opposite of Shrek.
It's like that and like Human Centipede. Like there are just certain movies where I'm like, I don't
Two Girls,
need
One
to
Cup.
watch that. Exactly. I'm like, no thanks.
Yeah, no, I never.
pass.
I never partook in. Well, I did in The Exorcist, unfortunately, but that was because I was misled. The other two, no. Once I actually knew what those shits were about, I was like, quite literally, no.
Shits. No.
You know what I'm saying?
No, thank you.
No.
But I did recently watch Psycho, and it's so good.
I'm so glad you watched it.
It's
the
so
original
good.
one, right?
Uh-huh.
Jamie Lee Curtis's mom.
Yeah, it's just like, damn, even now, like 50 years later, it's like perfect.
It is so fucking good.
She's such a great actress. He's so scary.
He's so scary, and he's so fine. And at the Universal
he
tour,
is so fine.
And they got a guy at the Universal tour to like stand outside the house. Remember? So good.
I remember when he comes up with the knife. You're like,
Yeah, he is so good.
Yeah, he is great. Tall freak.
We have to go back to meet Shrek.
Yeah, we went to what's it called, Universal Studios, which has all the DreamWorks licenses, and so we did make a pilgrimage there to meet the Grinch, which oh my god, we have to do the Grinch.
I have so many ideas for
Absolutely.
like themed stuff. For Thanksgiving, we are watching Chicken Run.
I haven't seen Chicken Run in years.
Me neither, but that was like our shit.
I loved it.
That was one of my comfort movies. I watched it every night going to sleep.
British chicken.
They're so good.
Yeah, I was into Wallace and Gromit. I like that whole scene.
I never watched Wallace and Gromit, but I know it's made by the same people, right?
Well, British claymation.
So basically, y'all, you're just signing yourselves up for adventure time, themed adventure times. We're going to be doing some I have a lot of good ideas coming up.
Hell yeah. And also, I think initially we might only be able to do this monthly.
Yeah.
But I think we both would love to work towards weekly. And your dollars will help us secure studio time and make this a little bit more profesh.
Everyone can just donate $1, $2, 50 cents, $5 buckaroonies, $1,000.
$10,000.
10,000 would be preferred.
If you give us $10,000, we'll definitely give you some sort of sponsorship level, branded content.
Oh, yeah.
Something.
A t-shirt, you know.
Pictures of our feet.
Oh, you know what? I will give you. I have a bunch of those stored up. I will give you some of those, baby.
But yeah. This was great.
This is so fun.
Welcome to the first episode. We're so excited to be podding again.
Podding real quick.
That's right.
No, we really loved our old podcast, and we were so sad to end it. And I just always felt in my soul that we'd do it again, especially because people genuinely brought it up to us.
We're not even lying about that part.
No, like, I know it's cool to lie and be like, so many people requested when, like, really one person did, but, like, at least a handful of people have reached out.
There's been more than one. A number between 1 and 100, okay?
Okay? No, but people have requested, so we're here to just, like, fulfill your needs, you know what I mean? So then, like... the best way to return the flav is to fulfill ours.
With American currency? No shillings.
No
dollar
shillings.
bills.
But maybe when we go to Shrek Fest, that hopefully you will be able to donate to our cage. And then we can use shillings to get around. You know what I'm saying?
And that's on y'all.
Again, our lives are in your hands. It's a choose your own adventure.
It is, exactly. You want boring local podcasts? Or do you want on the road Shrek Fest podcast?
Yo, we can podcast from my whip on our way places and then at the places.
You know, we could actually.
See?
This setup is portable.
Told you.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I come out with the truth, with a T. Anyway. Thank you guys so much. You're the best.
That's
I'm so
the T
excited.
on Shrek.
That's right. I hope you guys learned something. I hope gained a newfound love for Shrek. I hope that we inspired you to watch it again with your families, with your loved ones.
Oh my God, one more thing that I can't believe we haven't talked about yet.
What?
Real quick. I saw Smash Mouth at a free show.
Oh,
in
downtown,
Las Vegas.
right?
It was like at the Flamingo Pool. Oh, it was free.
I'm so jelly.
And the people at this show, I've never seen more crazed fans.
Really?
Women were leaping onto the stage to be with them, try to take their tops off. He was like, I have a wife, like, please don't. This is. He was like begging them to stop, and they were so thirsty for him.
Oh my God.
But
You
my
know, he's
other
cute.
yeah.
He reminds me of Guy Fieri a
Yes,
little bit,
he's
right?
got Guy Fieri vibes hard.
Yeah.
And I couldn't tell if these women were being sarcastic or if they just really loved him, but they were like
Either way.
the thirstiest groupies I've ever seen. He wouldn't let some younger looking girls. It was 21 and up, so like everyone was at least 21.
Yeah.
But like the younger looking girls, he was like, no.
Oh my God,
Which
I love
loved.
him.
Yeah, it was like
Yes.
all like MILFs and GILFs.
Gilfs.
And they were
loving
on stage,
Smash
they were
Mouth.
loving it. And he played, or I shouldn't say he, they played All-Star 4 times. They fucking knew what the people wanted. They
I was
came
just gonna
out
say.
playing it. They played it again immediately after. Then they did like their other songs, and then they played it 2 more times. And I
For
was
the
like,
people. For
kings.
real. Men for the people.
Right, like other bands, like, oh my God, we're so sick of playing this. Not them. They were jazzed about it. They kept playing it. It was amazing.
I was gonna say not on some like MGMT shit where they're like, I'm not playing Electric Field. Go fuck yourself.
It's like, you also just started this, so there's no way you're sick of it, okay? 'Cause
Yeah,
it's been
like
like a year.
how many years? Shut up. Anyways,
Anywho, but I can't believe I almost didn't share that.
thank you so
But
much.
I was like
Smack
in
Mouth.
the ambit of like Shrek royalty for a while.
You were like
for, like, a
really
few
there.
hours.
You
Yeah.
saw history.
Oh yeah,
I'm jealous.
it was great.
Maybe someday.
Yeah, if they ever
can
come
meet
back,
up
I'll let
with
you know.
That'd be so fun. We could wear Shrek gear.
Viewers, listeners, if you give us $30,000, we can focus on Smash Mouth.
Actually, that would be a dream guest.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's choose your own adventure.
You know what? Choose your own adventure.
Sky's the
Remember
limit.
this, kids. It's up to you. Our futures.
We
are
don't have to
in-
do anything.
That's right. We're gonna sit here and entertain.
We're content creators.
We're the
so-
jesters in the Shrek universe.
Exactly.
And you don't want to be sitting at home, the shape of an L on your forehead. Yeah.
Looking kind of dumb.
Looking kind of dumb, you guys. No, you guys
Yeah,
are
not donating to our podcast.
No.
Has you looking kind of dumb.
No, you guys are hot and cool, and hot and cool people donate money to women who are telling them to. That's it.
So thank you.
Thank you so
Once again, hope you learned something fun. We love you so much. We're
Love you.
stoked, and we'll see you on the next episode.
See you on the next app.
Bye.
Bye.
One line that me and my sister would say all the time is when he goes, "Pick 3, my lord."